Alright, I just woke up from a nap and I'm on my way to go train now, but I had an idea that I wanted to share with you guys while I'm on my way to class. Didn't come to me in a dream, but it is something I've been thinking about a little bit lately. This is a system that I discovered a couple of months ago, and I've since implemented it into my life. And whenever I do use this system, I find that I end up getting much more done. I'm much more productive. I'm much more consistent across my week, and I experience much less burnout. And this is a system that allows me to stay consistent every single day, even when I feel kind of crappy, even when I don't feel productive or feel like working. I'm still able to stay consistent, and I'm still able to get at least a good amount of work done each and every day. This is called the 3-3-3 system, and I'm going to explain it to you briefly while I finish this drive. So 3-3-3 system has three parts, as you might have figured out already. It's basically a way to set tasks up for your day in a way that seems to work out quite well, at least for me. So the first part is you pick your number one main task that you want to accomplish that day. This is usually going to be your biggest creative task or a deep work project or something like that. But something big, it might be something that is beyond the scope of a single day that you just want to get some serious work in on that day. But you pick your number one task for the day. So this could be recording content. This could be writing course materials for something. This could be, usually it's going to be something creative, whether that's, artistic or not, but it's usually going to be you creating or building something. This is going to be kind of your highest operating lever. You're going to take that number one project or task, and you're going to spend between 1.5 and 3 hours working on that. Now, obviously, the original 3-3-3 system is all threes, but the way I learned it was a little bit more adaptive, so that you can adapt it based on your energy levels and your tasks and projects, and actually still make some really good results. So anywhere from 1.5 to 3 hours on your biggest, most important project. That's the first step. Second step, pick 3 smaller tasks or projects that you still need to get done, but that aren't the big overarching key project for the day. This could be things like outreach. This could be a certain admin task or project that you have to work on. All right, this could be anything else for your business that you need to move forward, but isn't necessarily your keystone project for the day. You're going to take these 3 tasks or projects, and you're going to spend between 30 and 60 minutes on each that day. Then the third section of the 3-3-3 system is you're going to take 3 maintenance activities, and you're going to make sure you do those that day as well. So these are things that are generally not to do with work, but are for maintaining your life. So it could be working out, it could be spending time outside, it could be something creative that doesn't have to do with your business, like music or practicing a musical instrument. It could be grabbing lunch or dinner with a friend. It could be taking a martial arts class if you train martial arts. But 3 things that enhance and enrich your life and allow you to basically maintain momentum without burning out. And I found that when I implement this system successfully, and it's actually pretty easy for me to implement this successfully, and when I do, I find that I have better results. I get more done, not only during the day, but more done across an entire week. And I experience less burnout, and I maintain more momentum. So again, to kind of break it down for you one more time, you pick your number one project for the day. You spend between 90 minutes and 3 hours on that project. Then you pick 3 smaller tasks that you need to work on, and you spend anywhere from 30 to 60 minutes on those tasks. Obviously, if it takes less than that, great. You can also, as you get a little more experience with this, potentially bundle tasks together. Like maybe you have a set of admin tasks that should take you around 45 minutes, and you bundle those together. That's fine. And then the third one is 3 maintenance activities. 3 things that are important, but aren't necessarily important for work. They're important for you, because your most important asset, especially as an entrepreneur, is you. You need to make sure that you are maintained and you are taken care of. You are your own greatest weapon. As little as 3 hours of actual working time, and then it can go anywhere from really 3 to 6 hours of work on any given day, which I think is a reasonable amount of time for an entrepreneur. So you can be working anywhere from 3 to 6 hours, and then you have anywhere from 90 minutes to 3 hours of other maintenance things. Generally, I don't count something like eating or preparing food in those maintenance things because it's kind of a given. But you know, forgetting to eat sometimes, you could do that as well. So again, this allows you to have kind of a low barrier to entry while still getting a lot done and still feeling like you accomplished a lot as well, while also actually getting a lot done. But it also scales to the point where you can actually really get a lot done. But it provides some flexibility. There's a bit of a window there, so that on days you're maybe not feeling it so much, you're not feeling it strong, you could still, well, hey, I still got an hour and a half done. Maybe you do 3 30-minute sprints or something like that on my big project. Then I spent, an hour to an hour and a half getting these little tasks done across my day. And you can end up actually still getting a lot done, even if you're not feeling well, or even if you're burnt out, or even if you're recovering from burnout, or even if you're just limited on time for that day for whatever reason. You're working a job, you have other stuff going on, whatever. You can still get about 3 hours of work done if you're able to fit in that amount of time, and you can still have your maintenance activities to take care of yourself, and you can still get a lot done. But then again, you can also scale it up. Again, 3 hours in a big project, more time on smaller tasks if you need to. So again, pick your main task, 90 minutes to 3 hours on your main task. Generally do that first thing in the morning or maybe after your first maintenance task. Then 3 smaller tasks or projects that take between 30 and 60 minutes, which you generally would do after your big creative project. And then you have your 3 maintenance activities that can take whatever amount of time and you can spread throughout your day. You can do, one before your first big project, one after your first big project, and then one at the end of the day or between the 3 admin tasks, or you can arrange them differently. It all depends on what works for you. So give that a shot. If you want to share how you're going to implement this in the comments below, feel free to let me know. And hope it works out for you, and hope it helps you stay more productive and avoid burnout.